What is going on, guys? Mr. Rogers here, and we are back in Madden NFL 19. And so far, I am 2-0 as far as the predictions go. I'm basing that not on the actual point spread or the actual score of the game, but win-loss. So my franchise with the Cowboys lost the first game, which they lost. And the Monday night game that I picked, Rams and Raiders. The Rams beat the Raiders, which actually happened. So I figured I would do the Thursday night game. It's Baltimore and Cincinnati at Cincinnati. So I am going to go with the Ravens. And I'm going to, we'll do pro. Why is it asking me to do all this? What time is the game? 8:20. We'll do 8:15. It will probably be rain. Six. Oh, I didn't know I could change that. Let's make it actual game and see what happens.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach, and you're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a terrific matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. With that, let's get up to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. For the call, we bring in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Oh, yeah, look at that rain.
Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with Joe Flacco. Underway from Cincinnati.
All right.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's see what old Joe Flacco can do. Let's start off with a run.
On the ground with their leading rusher from a season ago, it's Alex Collins. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
All
They tried a
right.
quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
Where's my
Didn't
guy?
happen on
There's
that play.
Crabtree. Let's get him on a smart route.
Flacco here on
Oh,
second
jeez.
down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Wow.
Carlos Dunlap in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Third and long for Joe Flacco.
Oh, my God.
It's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
The
Oh,
first
jeez.
carry for the second-year man, Joe Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson.
Really held him to a short gain.
Let's
on
see
that
if we
one.
can
It
make a
almost
stop
felt like
here.
On that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a
Where's
jab?
my guy? All right,
Get
there he
closer and
is.
smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Dalton throwing on second down. He drops it off for Bernard. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being
I
knocked back to the
creamed.
18. Call it a loss of 2 on the play.
I creamed
and that's
him.
going to lead to a 3rd down.
Oh, man.
Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before
Let's
lost
go
yardage.
here.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Dalton now to pass. And that is incomplete.
There we go.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
I'll chalk that up as a win.
Very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3.
There's my guy diving.
When that happens, doesn't
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Joe Flacco and company heading back out onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Making
When you
positives.
call a
Making
wide receiver
positives. There we
screen,
go.
No matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
Now Collins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Making positives. Making positives. That's all we need to do.
They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Same formation. Oh, come on, Collins.
Some motion before the snap. Man, this will be
Jeez.
our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
False start, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Oh, I choked on some gum. I'm okay.
Still first down.
Let's see. Yeah, let's get the fullback
Full
involved.
start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Now Flacco. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
A little bit more manageable.
Starting defensive unit now.
I'm focused on Preston Brown, and I think anyone playing offense has to be focused on him as well. An absolute tackling machine in 2017, tied for the NFL lead with 144 tackles.
All
This
right.
guy knows how to diagnose plays and get ball carriers on the ground.
3 yards per attempt. Good God.
On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Oh, no. Hot route X. There we go.
3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. It finds Crabtree for the completion.
There we go.
And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. first catch of the game.
What the hell was that,
It's a
Crabtree?
first down.
Jeez Louise.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Over the middle here to Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Flacco now 5 for 5 on the drive. He's responded after the interception. It's 1st and 10.
It's Boogie.
This is Collins on the handoff. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
On 2nd down, Collins.
Oh,
Brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
he's
They get 5 out
wide.
of that one, and it moves the chains.
It was all green from
Well, they
there.
came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Darn. Oh, wow. Let's go there. Oh, I can't do a smart route.
1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. This will be caught inside the 10.
There we go.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
First red zone chance now for the Ravens.
Here we go.
This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Now a give to Collins.
Oh, I ran right into him. I couldn't do
Back at
nothing.
the line of scrimmage,
Darn.
and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Touchdown. Oh, he dropped it. Crabtree. Damn
It's
it.
incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
All right, who's doing what?
3rd and goal. Flacco.
God, Crabtree.
Complete. The contact
Can't
made
catch
the
a
ball
cold.
run free and brings up 4th down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
There we go.
And Tucker's kick right there, it's good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. On the return, it's Alex Erickson. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
All right.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal.
There we go.
Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On second down, here's Mixon.
Yeah,
Once
buddy.
again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And this is going to be incomplete. Brandon Carr on the coverage there.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Very good return that time.
I zigged when I
18
should have zagged.
yards. And the Ravens,
Oh, well.
they'll take over. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bashed it.
that. Super toe.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They pitch it out to Collins.
Oh.
Misses him off. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
I thought I had a blocker out there.
5 yards on the play there. The drive will continue.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Let's see what we got.
They look to throw on first.
Oh, my
and 10
God.
with Flacco. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Oh, okay, that button is not the pump fake.
That's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. On the give, this is Collins running
Oh, what the
left.
hell?
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
He just kind of fell down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Yep.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be caught. And he
Ha-ha.
takes it down deep into enemy territory.
There we go.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Trying to punt
Oh, man, that was ugly.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was really ugly.
Them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'd be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Second down, Flacco now. Drops it underneath for Collins. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
Oy.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run forward with Collins.
There we go.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Alex Collins taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens are in for 6.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Justin Tucker for the extra point.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Whew.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 10-3.
All right. We got the
So
lead.
that
Let's
drive
hold it.
Goes 8 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Oh, man, this kicker sucks. The wind's blowing really bad. I can't
So
tell.
now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first downs.
Jesus.
They flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into
Let's
the
watch my
league.
guy. Ready?
Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Woo. Oh, man.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. They
Right.
face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. From midfield here, Dalton.
Oh, come on, dude. You got to have that one.
Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Dalton here from the gun. Caught Eifert over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Oh, he's out of bounds. He's in the end zone. Oh, come on now.
Ravens offense now.
Come on. Where's the instant replay? Nope.
They get ready to head back on the field.
How about now? There we go. Yeah, he's in the end zone. Challenge? Anybody? Challenge? Challenge? What? Huh.
They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively.
Can I do it now? There's nothing to
Second
challenge.
quarter, though, they
Give me a
looked really
break,
good.
dude.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right? Trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. Just a yard on the first
That
down
should have been a
carry, so
touchback.
it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Backing into the end zone, Flacco throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time.
Hey, dude, your
The
hair is
reception
sticking
good
straight
for
up.
7. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Again,
Oh.
Collins, and he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Get him.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. And out now, here come the Bengals. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook.
Oh, man. Starting to fall apart.
And he's brought down. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Got him.
Takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Play action supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
All right.
Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. No problems in the field goal.
All right, still got the lead here.
Very reliable
My
here
guy's
in this
already on the
game,
ground
isn't
before he
it?
even kicks it.
To me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away.
Oh, boy.
This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Why the hell did a fullback catch that?
Time to discuss Michael Crabtree. Second quarter here, he has only one catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there was going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Well, so far, just the single catch. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing?
We're doing pretty good here.
Guys have to make a lot of tackles.
All right, here we go. Oh, he didn't get it.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
Oh, well.
Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Let's see what we can do with this.
Now Flacco. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. And he's brought down. First down Ravens as Flacco finds the former Cardinal John Brown.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Oh, here we go.
Here's a first down run with Collins. And he'll be brought down just outside
Run away.
of the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's see. Yeah, let's just do a straight on run.
They run with Collins. They get 9 out of that one, and as
There
a
we
result,
go.
the drive continues.
A nice
Yeah,
little
once
hole.
more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On first down, Flacco. And
There we
they got
go.
it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty, because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is, because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile
See if we can
players
punch this in real
who can
quick.
make a play in any spot on the field.
On first and goal,
Ooh.
Collins. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
This isn't going to look good.
Here's Flacco. He's going to put one out here to his running back. And they'll be driven back here, losing
I knew that was
going
going
to
to happen.
9. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
There we go.
Here's Flacco.
Oh, Jesus.
Flacco drops the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case,
we're scoring. That's all that matters right now, right?
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
There we go. Must have been the wind.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. All right, here now a look at A.J. Green. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter. They're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense
bring a little
doing
heat
a good
this
job
time.
on him. There's 2 sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. On the screen, Bernard.
Oh.
And a great move
Oh, my God.
And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
Woo.
That one goes for 24 yards.
That's ugly.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space, the big guys leading the way.
Mixon, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Can't run it, but they can.
Footing's
Sure as hell
definitely going
could
to
be
be an issue
screens on
because
me.
it's tough to make those quick cuts that you're used to making on a soggy track. In fact, a Hall of Fame runner once told me, cut on your heels in this type of weather. Gives you better balance.
Second down, Dalton. And his throw here is incomplete.
There we go.
His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver.
Can't throw
and it'll bring up 3rd down.
to a tight end at their feet.
You got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And it's taken in at the 9.
Well, that closed quickly.
9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Try and get him to 100 yards today. Because I think that's going to happen.
The Raven offense come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll begin the drive with Collins.
Oh, God, he ran right into
a
him.
short pick
Jeez.
up there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Tackle made that time by Michael Johnson. Flacco here on second down.
No.
Pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
That just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning.
I was getting ready to throw it to the tight end, cutting across the field.
That led to the sack.
Flacco and the Ravens now, after the sack, need something good here on 3rd and long. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime,
all right, let's see what we can do.
Jonathan Coachman, he's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report.
Oh, my God, that's not going to work.
On 3rd down, this is Collins. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Sam Cook now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first.
Let's see if we can put it over here.
And they're going to fake it from deep.
Oh, Jesus, I didn't mean to pick that. Oh.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
God bless
Picked off at the
America.
36, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Oh, man.
Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I mean, you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh boy, you wish you hadn't.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense.
All right, let's see what we can do here.
Able to keep this
God.
offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Throwing, Dalton. He's going to float this one deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them, they've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the
Drop a
scoreboard.
lineman. Oop. Drop a lineman back into coverage here.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton.
There we go.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Get in there. There we go.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Back on the field now goes Buck Allen as he gets ready. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's brought down after a good gain. A nice gain at 21 yards. First and 10 here for Flacco. It's a short one here, complete to his tight
There we
end.
go.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy
go for it again.
and a first down.
And
Oh, come on,
incomplete.
Crabtree.
Looked like he
Damn.
might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper
He had it,
direction.
too. God, he had it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Flacco will take to the air again. And incomplete there. A nice hit.
Dude,
Jars the
Crabtree
ball
is
free
garbage.
and brings up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
3rd down.
Come on, get open.
Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Looking
Oh,
for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked
Shit.
off at the 39. 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
damn it.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So they'll come up after the incompletion
daggone it.
for 2nd down. Throwing again. Dalton. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs. In this case, the
There we
feet,
go.
doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through
All
the
right,
air.
still got the lead.
Unsuccessful.
Still got a little bit of time.
So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brendan, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. The return man is Grant. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind
Did
of
not
return
have
you're
the
looking for.
speed.
To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Yeah, dude. Flacco, you're not at home.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Caught by Snead over the middle. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Setting up to throw, Flacco. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Ravens on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Now Flacco.
Oh, God. It's still in the air.
Almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. It was
That's
almost
funny.
the 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Barring a flag, final play here for Flacco and company. Airing one deep for Crabtree. And this is going to be incomplete. So we
God, Crabtree
we'll
sucks.
Over halftime.
He has not caught one pass to him.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And the Bengal fans are probably saying, where has that been?
And they have to, because everyone wants to talk about having a balanced offense, but these two, Andy Dalton, A.J. Green, their connection is vital to their chances of winning.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have to think of major
These
commentators
are starting to get a little
for the running
old.
game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to Croft. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Can't seem to get the numbers right today, or this series rather.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a big boy.
To the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Got his man. It's Eifert. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping
All right,
for
let's
when
see if
you
we
run
can
drag routes,
go with the little
you're able to
man
hit a
here.
receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
Yeah, we'll
able
do
to stop
Robert.
him before he could get a
Be
good
good.
head of steam going.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Dalton.
Oh, get up, get up, get up, get up.
Picked off near the 42, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The drive starts with a run.
Oh.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
All right, so I'm not throwing this Crabtree.
Second down, Flacco now.
Oh.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Michael Johnson in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Right there.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. He finds Crabtree for the completion. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Oh,
There's
man.
Collins.
That was ugly.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you
let's
just
see.
know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Flacco off play action. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, 43 yards, and the Ravens will extend their lead.
Wow.
So, wow, he scrambles right, throws across his body all the way back to the left, but it worked out.
Wouldn't you just love to hear the thought process of the offensive coordinators that play unfolded? And I think a lot of it was, no. Nice throw, my man. Nice throw.
I'd also like to hear the quarterback what's going on in his head as that ball leaves his hand.
Oh, please let it get there, because otherwise I'm in big trouble.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Wow.
5 plays there on that drive.
I was
And
not
it's
expecting
capped off
that
by
result.
The Baltimore score. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That was ugly.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
To throw on second down, Dalton. His throw incomplete.
I don't want none of this.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Got a man.
Wow.
Ross complete. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
Wide open. All right, let's go, Robber.
Andy Dalton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Dalton here from the gun. Over the middle, it's caught by Ross. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. 5
Watch
yards
my
on
guy.
the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
There we go.
That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He drops it off for Bernard.
There we
And
go.
Down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case,
All
it
right,
didn't happen.
time to start
And
chewing
the
some
Ravens
clock up.
taking the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback.
Oh,
There goes Alex Collins. He's at the 40, past the 20, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins, 81 yards.
So much
And the
for
Ravens
chewing the
will
clock
hang
up.
on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
You break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up
It's
significantly,
skyrocketed.
right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
there we go.
Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Here's
Oh,
Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. These guys had to punt their last
All right,
possession.
let's make another
That's
stop.
become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. It's Mixon on the counter. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run.
nowhere
Back
to
to the line of scrimmage,
run.
that's
That's
all.
right.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
To throw on 3rd down. Dalton going deep downfield for Ross. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's
Thought I was
4.
going to get the free safety
We're
cutting
into the
across, and I got the
second half now.
corner.
This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we?
It's on the
Something in the air,
same.
deep ball, but how about them just taking it big time, John? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game. The play-action pass could very well be open.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. But I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
On second down, Flacco to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive
All
guys.
right, let's see if we can't get a first down out of this.
Catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
What else I got? All right, I got my tight end coming across.
Flacco looks to throw.
Uh-oh. Woo!
Oh, he almost intercepted
he
it.
blended in with
They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about it. We've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
All right.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to air it out deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Okay.
And at this stage,
start bringing the heat
second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Andy Dalton to the left side here for Eifert.
Daggone, hit the wrong daggone
button. Edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Dalton to his big target, Eifert, for the Cincinnati first.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Dalton throwing the out route incomplete. That's Boyd. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Wow.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works a defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there.
False start, offense.
Spooked him.
And that'll set him back 5.
Still second down.
They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Another chance for Dalton. Green with a catch left side. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's see. Let's go here.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Despite only needing 1, Dalton to throw. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And Bullock will put this one through.
Field goal machine over here. Good grief.
Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. As you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
All right, let's start.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer.
Oh, my God, man. Come on, Crabtree. Damn.
Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
Waste of space over here.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Flacco here on 2nd down.
Oh, you can catch.
Here to Brown. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving.
Oh, that was Brown, not Crabtree.
And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver.
Come on, here we go. Go. Oh.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
All right. Let's see what we can do. Looks like a good matchup. As long as it doesn't break down. There we go.
He'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Let's go with the run one more time, see what happens.
Look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Here's Flacco.
Oh, God, he didn't
Almost
cut.
intercepted it.
Oh.
They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
All right, let me make sure I don't hit the wrong button and do a fake.
You've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Oh, that's way too hard.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be taken at the 13. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals getting set to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
There we go.
Down. The Ravens able to get to him.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Gotta love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd down.
Could be a blitzer.
From the gun, Dalton, complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line.
Oh, man.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Green's got it over the middle. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good game. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
All right. All right.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Operating from the gun. Dalton. He finds Ross. Right side. It's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards on the quick slant and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Dalton going to break the huddle, come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Green. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
What are they
7
doing
yards,
here?
The pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now Dalton. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ross. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Everybody got hit on that one.
Backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. And it'll be Dalton again. And a catch good. It's Eifert.
Jeez.
And he's brought down. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. They'll run it now out of the gun.
There we go.
Lose yardage here, knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Again, here's Bernard. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
All right,
Well,
they
they've
gotta
certainly had
be.
success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw.
Gotta
once
be
again
throwing
on
it
that
here.
last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback, makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
He jumped.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there.
There we
False
go.
start. Offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still third down.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
Let's see what we can do here. Let's bring a little heat.
From the gun, Dalton. And this is going to be incomplete. Brandon Carr on the coverage there.
The out route's such a timing route that sometimes the guy throwing the ball just throws it almost blindly, just kind of counts on that timing winning. And in this case, the ball was batted away.
Big 4th down here. It's Dalton.
Ah, I got him. I got him.
Pressure too
Yeah.
much. Down he goes. Marvin Lewis tries for it, but comes up yielding nothing. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right
Oi.
now really hoping for a turnover. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Incomplete on 1st down. Now Flacco on 2nd. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Flacco now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Just letting some clock run, that's all.
Flacco. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went
Let's
just
try and
shy
stretch
of
it,
the marker.
see what happens.
And they'll run it here. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of
Oh, he didn't
scrimmage.
get it. Wow.
Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On 3rd down.
Oh, he didn't get
It's
it.
Collins. Call it no gain there, and it leads leads to a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And look at this, another fake, and the game pays off. They get the first. They only get 4, but the fake punt works and gets them a first down. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
2-minute warning. Here we go.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They go again with Collins.
Man.
And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And on the ground they go with a running back. And
got
he's
it.
able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50.
They are out of timeouts now.
Game. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
I'll let this run all the way down as far as I can.
On 3rd down.
Get out of the
It's
way.
Collins.
That was a flag for.
Offside. Defense.
Ah, yeah. Thick line.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
That
Yeah,
penalty
it
is
doesn't take a
declined.
whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
Time to kneel it. Kill the clock. Let's do this.
To a knee goes Flacco, and that should be it.
There we go.
Yeah,
All right,
it's
so
fun to kneel
Thursday
down
night
in front of your home
football.
crowd, but when you go
Ravens.
on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against
Ravens
the
will
world
win.
and get it done.
That is my
How
prediction.
happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open air boom, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
283
From
yards.
Cincinnati. Good
Yep.
night, everybody.
Killed it. All right, so once again, Thursday night football, Ravens will win. That is my prediction. As always, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, like the video, leave a comment, and we will see you next time. Take care.